Right. Jerusalem gave birth to a holy man. He had only one plan, to teach every woman and man their birthright was at hand. He said, "Walk with me to the Holy Land. I'll teach you about the one in command. I am not the only begotten Son on earth by the Son. I am your teacher, brother, friend, here to make a stand. We come from the same name. I am that I am." And then the last one is called "Whom Do You Serve?" Guided by spirit, voices all around, try and shake your ground. Follow me is what they say. Choose to look the other way. Guided by material virtues, it will promise anything just to use you. There is only one power that can take you higher. Believe in me is what is spoken. It can never be broken. The destined plan is set in motion. You will never be deceived because liberation is what you'll receive. So, you can get this on Amazon.com or wherever on my website and stuff like that. But I was spiritually guided to put these out because I thought that they might help somebody else, somebody to speak their truth.
And I think they go in accordance with what you were talking about, women and being confident in themselves,
Right.
seeking truth and love within themselves and not from the outside world that we tend to get influenced by very easily, even turn on the radio or television. So I'm really glad that you shared that with us. And I do have a copy of the book. I went to the book signing.
You have an autograph.
I do have an autographed copy. And I want to thank Natalie so much for being in my life and being an inspiration to me. Also, to push me forward and to kind of move me along the journey as well.
You inspire me. Your creativity and your joy, your joie de vivre. It is an amazing thing to see the things that you create. I mean, you can create things on a whim. So you inspire me to create even more than what I do.
Thank you.
So we're going to take a short break, but when we get back, we're going to talk to Lael Desiree, the fashion guru, and she's going to show us some fabulous fashions. So we'll be right back.
Please stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Reverend Natalie Jean, and I'm back with you with my co-host,
Earlene Germain.
And we are sitting here with Lael Desiree, fashion guru, creative. We are sitting here, brave spirit, creative genius. And we're going to ask her a bunch of questions she may not want to answer. So, how did you get started in this wonderful industry?
Wow, that is a great question. I actually started sewing and designing when I was about 8 years old.
Oh, wow.
By the time I was 12, I made my own graduation dress on a toy machine that you turn by hand.
Oh my gosh.
My aunt saw the dress and ran out and bought me my first electric sewing machine. My Barbie dolls could not look like everybody else's Barbie dolls. I wasn't having that. So I started designing and making my Barbie doll clothes.
So
I went to the High School of Fashion Industries.
Wow.
I went to FIT, Fashion Institute of Technology, and I worked for 25 years in the New York garment industry.
Wow. So you are definitely divinely inspired because at such a young age to know how to create, that is definitely God working through you. And I think that is just wonderful that you followed your passion. Is this a passion of yours? I'm assuming
It
so.
definitely is. Natalie, I am blessed because I know a lot of people are inspired to do something, or God has filled them
Right.
with something to do, and they don't follow it. But my blessing was my mom. Anytime I wanted to veer off into another avenue, she always brought me right back to,
Oh, wow.
to what she knew was the way for me to go.
I think that is so fantastic because Earlene and I come from a culture. We come from the Haitian culture, and basically, they all want us to be like doctors or lawyers and stuff like that. And that's what predominantly they'll push, And sometimes they'll say, well, what is it that you want to do? Oh, you don't want to do that because you're not going to make money in that. And there's some Haitian parents that will push you. But my mom gave me a story where this guy, his parents kept pushing him to become a doctor. He said, okay, I'll do it. He got the degree, gave it to them, and said, now I'm going to do my own thing.
Wow.
So God bless your mother for pushing you and inspiring you to keep doing the, the fashion. So what inspires you? What, when you're creating something, what the designs, how do they come to you?
Well, when I first started out, I kind of did things just whatever I felt was pretty to me. But as I moved along in my business, I kind of realized that what I thought was pretty was a very wide range.
Right.
And so I began to narrow it down to what I wanted to wear.
Okay.
And I was inspired to do that by Donna Karan. That's what she
Right.
does. And I was very inspired by that and motivated. And so the things I design now are really related. The bottom line is, would I wear that?
What you would wear. And that, I think that's fantastic. Where have you had some showings of your designs?
We've shown all over Maryland. We've done Possibilities. That's a big affair that's done here every year. We've done a lot of, we've done DC Fashion Week.
wow.
We've done a number of things. But Natalie, you know what? I don't really focus on doing fashion shows. What I like helping women look their best every single day.
Oh.
I come from an era, I remember my mom in the 60s, she would get dressed up with her fox fur coat
Right.
and her pillbox hat and her little Italian knit suits. And I love that era when women used to dress.
Right.
So I'm on a mission to bring that back, to bring the
Oh, that's
glamour
cool.
back into women's lives.
Wow. And you, Earlene, how did you meet Miss Desiree?
Wow. Actually, it's been a while. Almost, I want to say a decade, if I'm right. It's been over 7 years. And one night, I'll never forget, I think I saw an ad that she placed because she did a mentoring program at one point. And it was in the city paper, and I built up the courage to call it because I had a lot of creativity but didn't really know how to channel it.
Right.
Because like you said, my parents weren't really supportive. My
Right.
mom really strictly wanted me to go to school. And when I was asked what to do, and I even pursued a politics degree, I just didn't feel happy. I was kind of empty. So I built up the courage to call Miss Desiree. And I remember she picked up the phone. It must have been, I think it was like 11 or so, because it was quite late. I'd been debating it for like 4 or 5 hours. And she was very polite on the phone. And I said, yeah, I saw your ad. And she's like, yeah? And I said, well, I'm interested. And she said, well, stop on by. And I think ever since then, we've been quite good friends. And she's mentored me through several difficult
Right.
challenges inside and outside of fashion. And she's been a really true role model. And she's seen me at my best and my worst. So that's how we met, Natalie.
Now, do you sketch everything that you do?
Yes, I do.
Now, obviously you learned all of that in school. Now, with the fashion industry, it's always growing, right? So do you, I guess, increase your knowledge? There's different tools, graphic designs that you can use on the computer and stuff like that. Do you use those kind of tools as well?
You know what? I want to learn how to do that, but I have not yet. And I think the reason is because I'm so focused on the growth of my business and
Right.
the direction that we're going in that I haven't had the time to kind of take in and learn how to do that on the computer just yet.
But I think her doing the sketches keeps it very authentic.
Right.
Because I work on computers all day, and when you're, it's nothing like a pen or pencil and a piece of paper and just getting your ideas out there right away. And actually in school, in design school, graphic design, they tell you to start off that way
Right.
first and then take it to the computer as the next level. So I really think when you keep it authentic with the paper and your ideas, it really works out well.
I'm so used to it. I do find it rewarding. Yeah.
Now, do you sew everything yourself?
I used to. Right now, we do have companies that we work with that do most of the sewing.
Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good not doing it yourself, although
Yeah.
you are the creative artist.
So how often, Ms. Desiree, do you come out with a wardrobe or a collection, things of this nature, and how can people maybe contact you or get?
We are right now doing the collection 4 times a year. We do spring, fall, winter, holiday collection, and a spring resort collection.
Oh, wow.
And the bulk of the collection right now is what we call wardrobe essentials. The essential items that every woman should have in her closet. You know, I have been working with women and their clothing for so long, and I found that there are issues that women have in their closet, and it's kind of like a little secret. We don't talk about it. And so I am on a mission to bring it to the surface. And one of the things is how we shop. We don't shop with a plan. We just go in the store all willy-nilly
Right.
and buy, oh, this looks nice, and put it in the cart, and you buy it. And then you take it home and you hang it in the closet, and it's still collecting dust.
Right,
With the
that's true.
tag still hanging
Yeah.
on it, because it didn't have any purpose in your closet.
Right.
So when I go into women's closets, I see garments with tags hanging on them. I see garments that are like 3-4 sizes. I mean, a size 18, size 16, size 14.
Right.
And which one do you actually wear? We would like to know.
Right.
We see clothes with that you will never ever wear, clothes that just don't appeal to your body type.
Right.
And so my mission is, number one, that everything in your closet, you absolutely love it.
Right.
Not like it, not it's okay.
Love.
You have to love it and love the way it looks on you. And it starts with how you shop. If you go in the store and you just pick something up off the hanger and buy it, well, you don't know if you love it on you. You love it on a hanger, but you're not a hanger.
Right,
So
right.
if you go into the dressing room and try the item on, you'll know, number one, if it fits you properly.
Right.
And number two, do you love it on you?
Right.
And if it doesn't, if both of those things are not in operation, put it back.
Yeah.
Do not take it home, because we're wasting too much money. In these economic times, people are crying about money.
Right.
And do you know, a lot of women are wasting money in their closet. If the things that are in your closet, you wear them, then I'm fine. It's not a waste. But if you're not wearing it, that is wasted dollars, and you're sitting praying to God for money for other things,
Right.
and you're wasting money in your closet.
That's so true. Now, you hit on a point about body types. I know specifically for some black women, you know, shopping out there is kind of hard for them, because you can have black women that have a slender waist and then they have a badunkadunk. They have bootay. And sometimes the clothes don't sit well. It could be jeans, it could be a dress. But I know for myself, sometimes it's jeans and skirts that I have issues with. Do you work with all kinds of body types?
Definitely do. And I'm glad you brought that up, because what we do want is for things to fit you properly.
Right.
So there are two ways to deal with that. The garments fitting you properly. One, to have them altered. If you're buying a pair of jeans and the jeans are not fitting you properly, you bring them to me, we'll take the waist in and make them fit. Or you can have your garments custom made from the beginning to fit you
Right.
properly. So those are two options that we definitely offer.
And I am glad you brought up custom made, because I don't think many people know that there is an option to have your clothing custom made for you, because we are used to being a number on a rack, and then
Right.
when you don't fit that number, you get kind of upset with yourself, and then that spirals out of control for some women with self-esteem.
Right.
So when you actually have clothes that fit you, and you're like, wow, okay, I feel confident in these clothes. I own these clothes because they're me.
Right.
And I'm glad that you brought that up as part of your business.
And that's also one of the things that we're working to annihilate, and that is the self-esteem issue because of your size. Beauty does not have a size. It is all in how you put things together. I don't care what size you are.
Right.
If you put things together well on your body type that is suited for your body type, you will look good. And if weight loss is an issue for you, meaning not because you want to fit a certain beauty
Right.
type, but because of health issues,
Right.
then looking good, being happy, what you see in the mirror will help you take the steps you need to take
Right.
in order to begin to lose weight. Because it's like a cycle. We get into this cycle of we're depressed because we don't look the way we think we should
Right.
look. So we shop or we eat, and then we are mad because we ate or we shopped. And so we're still not happy with how we look.
Right.
And then this cycle just continues. So there are certain things I like to bring into a woman's life to immediately break the cycle.
Right.
And there are a couple of things I like to do. And one thing is custom fitting garments or making garments look properly on your figure.
Oh, good.
And the other one is the proper undergarments. Proper
yeah.
undergarments mean make a world of difference. I know my doctor told me I was very slowly creeping up on 200 pounds.
Ooh.
Yes, ooh, that's what I said. And she gave me a list of things that she wanted me to cut out of my diet. And so I looked at the list, and some of the things, well, I don't really do that. I can let go of the soda
Right.
and some of the things. But we got to the ice cream, and I'm going, okay,
You're like,
I'm still having this romance with Haagen-Dazs, and I'm not ready to let go of that just yet. Okay? So what I did, I went home, and half of the women in this town have one. You have a Body Magic, and you're not wearing it. It's in your closet collecting dust because you don't want to be uncomfortable. I came to tell you, get comfortable with uncomfortability. Your dreams, your passion, your life, anything you want in your life is outside of your comfort zone.
That's true.
Get your Body Magic out of the closet, out of your drawer, dust it off, and put it on. It makes a world of difference. It breaks the cycle. When you look in the mirror and you look good, that's why you bought it, because when you saw yourself in it, it looked good.
Right.
And so you put that thing on, put your clothes on, and look good. And then you might be encouraged to do whatever you need to do to begin weight loss or exercising or whatever it is you want to have happen to make your life better.
So with the undergarments also, I guess you'd have to know what the right bra for women, I guess, and the right
Yes, that is
undies
essential.
to wear with a different type of clothing. Now, do you help the women explain to them what they need to wear under the specific clothes that are tailored for them as well?
Yes, definitely. We cover everything. When I take fashion, I don't take fashion from the what is the celebrity wearing attitude. I want to go in your closet. I want to see what's in your closet. I want to see how you're shopping. I want to show you why this doesn't work for you.
Right.
You bought this, you liked it on the hanger, but you're not wearing it. I want to show you why.
Right.
Because then you have the ammunition you need to shop better the next time.
Right. No, I mean, those are great tools. I could use it. Lord knows I just take whatever's on the rack. And I hate trying on clothes. I won't try clothes on. I'll buy it and bring